That was the first communication. The second communication I'm going to read to you. His mother wrote to me. A mother wrote to me. She said to me, so who offered Plea $6,000 and who made threats at him? I would really like to know. I responded, you would be shocked. It is so sad. I can't reveal the name, unfortunately, but I really wish I could, because this is really bad. Then this mother responds to me again later on. She says, today for me and tomorrow for everyone else. I had my son attacked by your stepson before and didn't carry him to court. My son had someone run him over by a car and didn't take him to court. But it's all good to know. Some good is going to come out of this situation. So I say to God be all the glory. And no one needs to worry about me. I don't cry over things that I can't help except death. I'm a person that has a heart for everyone. But this is a learning experience for me. And like my grandmother used to say, every dog has its day. Good night, sir. And of course, I responded to that too. I said, Madam, I understand your feelings in all this. I also remember when my son attacked your son, because I was the one who called the police. And I tried to get your son to press charges because, as far as I'm concerned, wrong is wrong, regardless of whose child it is. I continued. Your son's decision to give my son a pass does not give him the right or justify him trying to kill someone else's son. I'm still that parent who will call the police on my son when he does wrong. I'm still that parent who refuses to indulge wrongdoing. I am still that parent who will stand up with other parents if any of my children attacked their children. I am still that parent who calls a spade a spade. I continued. At the end of the day, the Bible tells me to treat others how I want to be treated. And more than anything, I want to see God's face. Sometimes that means standing up for right, even when it means going against my own, particularly in the interest of justice and doing what is right. You're a good mother, and I know you're going through a lot, and I know that being away from your sons in this way is a bitter pill to swallow. However, do not allow the pain and displeasure of this challenging experience to cloud your good judgment. In the eyes of the law, your sons took a wrong turn, made terrible decisions that almost cost a life, and demonstrated no remorse, which the court found was inexcusable and warranted a custodial sentence. It is hoped that they will use this time to consider their ways, and while they're away, It is hoped that they will use this time to consider their ways while they are away. No, let me read that again. I got it wrong. I said, it is hoped that they will use this time to consider their ways, and while they are away, I urge you to keep them in prayer. After all, it is not me, you, or the court, but God who has the final say. Blessings. I think that sometimes people get it wrong when it comes to how we look at and consider our children. If your child is wrong, tell them they're wrong. If they face the consequences of their actions, say to them, son, I don't want you to be here, but you put yourself here. If your child mess up, let them know you mess up. Don't justify their wrongdoing. I can justify mine. I can handle mine firmly. You understand? You do wrong, you can face the consequences of your actions. It is what it is. Such is life.